The Cult está de vuelta en la Argentina después de 8 años. Ian Astbury está con pocas ganas de hablar y más de decir en el escenario, pero nosotros tenemos un privilegio. ¿Y saben qué? Vamos a estar a solas charlando un ratito con él. Mirá. That's your grand?
No, son.
Son?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you got one.
I've got 3.
No, I know the other 2, but they're kind of older than.
Oh, yeah.
How old is he?
9 months.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this while being asleep, but thank you for coming back to Argentina.
I only went to sleep at 6 o'clock this morning.
What did you do last night, Ian? Can I ask?
I'm always working out existential problems. I think the pop conversation is finished.
Let's go just right there. I love this conversation.
The popular conversation is finished. Convention is finished.
I think truth
it's
is
over.
Finished.
Truth is the new truth.
But is it?
Truth in art, truth in politics, truth in relationships, truth in individual body autonomy.
Well, but it has to do with oneself as an individual.
In individual experience.
Like socially, it's kind of
Well, let's
weird.
forget the social thing, because the perspective is always about, from an external perspective, subjective experience.
Yes.
So, as a journalist, or as an artist, or as a worker in many fields, the external will always inform how the internal process goes for your work, for your job, whether you work at the post office, or you work driving a truck, or you work, as a musician, or you work as a painter,
technician,
or as a filmmaker. I was listening to an incredible conversation talking about collaborations in culture, and now we have things like Wicked and Barbie, and it's like collaboration with this and that and this, and it becomes an entire universe which is only made for an external point of sale.
Yeah.
The commodification of everything. Everything is commodified.
Don't you think it's like sick of some weird validation outside?
Yes,
validation?
But there's an exchange. There's a currency.
Yeah.
What was once considered communication, there's now a price with this.
Yeah, that sucks.
This is now commodified. Our conversation is commodified.
No one's paying me for being here, so we can have this conversation.
But that's good.
No interest.
You represent as
no agenda, no nothing.
But you represent as an individual.
I just wanted to meet you.
You got the same tattoo as Patti Smith as well.
Thank you for noticing. I got one of your friend, David Bowie.
David Bowie.
At some point in my life, I just had to add mixtape because it was like a playlist in my arms. So.
I love that you. I love that you have a playlist on your arm. I'm a playlist. I'm going to have some more playlists at some point, but
no, but I became like a recommendation. Like Patti Smith.
Horses. She's doing horses.
This is
touring
a
horses.
Robert Mapplethorpe photograph.
Yeah, it's
and
from,
the cover of.
She's doing horses. She's
Okay.
touring horses right now.
I know, and I met her at a Neil Young concert a couple of years ago. She's like the sweetest and at least fightiest person ever. She's
one of the true last connections to the beats and
I know
literacy. But I'm very interested. I love Patti Smith. I worship Patti Smith, and she's our matriarch. Yet this idea of consumerism is the church, and we are all caught up in the matrix of social media, external validation. Wow. What it does to the human spirit is it erodes the human spirit. It confuses the human spirit.
Do you see that? You got kids and your connection.
I've had children.
How do you feel like that? Because I'm almost 40, and the difference and the gap between generations is like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, I'm telling you what's going on.
How are you dealing with
I'm
them?
62. I'm telling you what's going on. Listen to me.
Listen to this guy.
Or don't. It's choice. There's entertainment, which can be frivolous and fine. You want to break from regular pressures of existential pressures of living? Cool. That's fine. And there's some incredible entertainment. There's a lot to choose from. But this idea of that we are all interconnected and everything that an individual does affects another individual, affects another individual, affects another individual. Now we have people who live in pods of ideas, and these ideas are very structured, and
dogmatic.
they cannot think outside of these ideas. And then now they were beginning to have conflict. And these conflicts are now creating wars, and not only wars of countries, but wars of
People.
Autonomy of your own body, where one group can say to another group, no, this is the designation of a female. This is the parameters.
Yeah. Don't go outside this. This is your limit.
Even though nature is...
the opposite.
Exactly. So in the organic world, the natural world, there's no language. There is just quantum.
Well, doesn't that music actually comes into that in a way?
Music is the glue. Music is the quantum. Music is molecules moving at speed. It's musicians work with the vibrational frequencies. So
thank you for saying that.
You tap into the river of expanded consciousness, and everything is interconnected.
I saw you that Sunday. Congratulations, dude.
Well, thank you.
You fucking rock on stage. It's so good. This is where I want to go to see if we can relate it to the quantum part and the self part.
This is quantum.
As I enter Obras, the stadium, there's one thing that I don't know why the fuck is not happening now, that most of the bands have no backline. The fact that music is creating something, and music out of silence, is like kind of underrated these days in a way that I find it complicated to explain to someone younger or who listen to industrial music or whatever, what rock and roll actually does to my body. I remember Patti Smith, we talk about her.
Of course.
She always asks in her shows to put your hands up and like feel the energy that's coming. And sing you with a mic with a fucking wire connected and everything, really, the bulbs, the transistors, everything that makes something real. We talked about the truth. We're lacking that in the whole scene. That's my opinion.
We're lacking oxygen, lacking water. This is everywhere. This is pollution. But with rock and roll, do you want to be very specific and laser in on that? It's very simple. Technology, economy. The economics of touring is exorbitant. It's very expensive to tour.
Yeah.
So to travel with equipment, it's very difficult. To maintain equipment, you need experts. Technology makes it easier.
Yeah, it simplifies things.
I can take a USB or whatever.
Don't do that.
My phone, I can plug it in. I can plug in my phone. You give me a mic, you have a show.
Yeah. Well, not that show.
Not that show,
Not the one I want to see.
But the show that you will have will be the show that is en masse. The Dome, the Sphere in Las Vegas. This is coming. The immersive experience.
Is it happening worldwide?
Yeah, well, it feels like they're trying to build more of these centers because they don't have enough, so they want more of this. So what you're witnessing now is the last of the wild unicorns running around.
Are we that fucked up?
Somebody said to me, "What is this?" And I said, "You're witnessing a burning unicorn." And I said,
the last one of them.
I said, "There's not many left." And this is sad, but this is also the way of evolution. And
is it evolution?
Evolution. It is evolution. Of course, it's evolution.
Yeah,
we're not single cell creatures anymore.
No.
I honestly believe it's just the accelerated part of evolution, and technology is playing into that, and it all derives from carbon, etc., etc. It's quantum.
You want to see a match here? Are you still a fan of football?
I went to see Boca.
And you won?
Yes.
And Boca keeps losing, so you brought them luck.
Maybe. Last time I saw Boca, they lost.
Was it a good experience? Because I think
it's a phenomenal experience. It's very strange going to the stadium now and there's no alcohol. And I think this is
That's Argentina.
I understand the reasons why.
You can see them.
I personally don't drink, but I know some people like to have a beer and they're cool. But then some people have a few more beers and they
not so cool.
They get local, right? They go crazy.
Do you have a good time?
I love it here. I think Argentina could be one of the, there's certain countries in the world right now that have a chance to transition into the 21st century, 22nd century and get it right. With environment, with social integration, with art, with technology, get it right by watching the mistakes being made by everybody else.
That might be, there's a few things with fake news and information and what we talked about a little bit earlier
the best
that makes
information?
it hard, you know?
It's called your gut.
Well, actually, that's what I wanted to
Your
ask you.
instinct is good information.
It's trusting oneself's feelings and stuff. That's why going to a football match and being a part of a crowd.
I think football is a very, very special form of communication. The culture around football, unless you experience it, you grow up in it. Like say, for example, here, people grow up with it. You know, they grow up with it. Boys and girls grow up with it as children, and it's one of the main ways you can communicate because you can kick anything around.
Yes.
But it's also the social, the integration of the social.
Totally.
It's where you make friends, you hang out, let's have a game, and talk about the nuance of the game. And some of this philosophy also applies into your life, and it extends. And we're seeing the global effect of football. The biggest Instagram star in the world is Cristiano Ronaldo. If he wants to be an environmentalist, great, let's go. Or if he wants to be an advocate for for body autonomy, great, go. And maybe at some point we're going to see players become more vocal in their political, social views. There are a few. But, usually they're inside of a club, inside of a structure run by an organization, but still, what they do on the field, no language.
No.
Purely poetic.
Oh. Just music.
International language. Yeah, music, lyrically, there's lyrics within that have language in a certain...
Yeah, but some people don't understand exactly what you're saying. I saw it this weekend.
I feel they emotionally, their emotional intelligence connects with...
It goes beyond,
They understand the sentiment.
My husband doesn't speak English, so I try to explain what the song I understand talks about, so he can enjoy it on another level. But still, if I hadn't done that, it's just the fact that, I love the fact that the study of audio itself. You played Operas before, and Luna Park and River Plate, and there's something that
Don't forget the Doors.
I would never forget that 21st century moment.
No, that concert.
Yes, that was good.
One of the best concerts, probably the best, most important concert
in
my life.
And you threw some Jim Morrison this past weekend. I love you when you did that.
Those Doors, it's not so much Jim Morrison, it's the Doors. They're a collective.
Well, and you did
having that experience, the Doors was a collective. They all depended on each other.
You remember the movie, the one with Val Kilmer?
Of course, I met Oliver Stone before the film was made. I was asked if I was interested in playing the role.
Are you kidding me? I didn't know that.
No, that's how I met Danny Sugarman.
That could have been you.
Well, had I pursued it, perhaps, but they were pursuing different. They wanted to look at musicians, the singers. Yeah. They thought they could maybe act and sing and find this, but eventually they settled on an actor.
Yeah, and there was a guy that actually had his whole back tattooed, and he has Val Kilmer instead of Jim Morrison.
That's okay. I think that's fine. That's totally cool.
I have a present for you because I know you read. Yeah, I do. This is Blender, the place I work with, and
Blender.
It's like the first channel, a stream channel that has its own library.
They have a library?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
I think you might like this. It's just this is an Argentinian author. She talks about. You're gonna love that. You know Borges?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so that's one for you. Another Argentinian.
History of the Night. Incredible.
Yeah. This is the sea. This is the ocean. This is Mariana
Eslamar.
Enriquez.
And Mariana Enriquez.
Yeah, an incredible Argentinian author.
I'm familiar with Borges.
This is Argentinian music in the 80s. You might find something interesting to find there. And this one, I haven't read it, but it says something like, "Sing motherfuckers," and it's a history about singing in rock and roll football stadiums.
Oh, that's really interesting.
So, Ian, these are all yours.
Thank you so much.
Please, thank you, because I saw you break that one up.
For the tambourine?
A tiny one, so you can have a round, you know, just...
Maxime will like that.
It's a good one, actually, but hey. Now I want to start playing some riff. I know you do Muay Thai and Thai, because your energy is something like upbeating, but what about the voice? Like, give me the secret. Ginger, honey.
It depends. Water is number one. Sleep and water.
Water, sleep.
As you get older, water and sleep.
And being Ian Astbury.
And then, no. Well, yeah.
Something like that.
Something like this, being conscious of injuries and mood as well, your mood.
Oh, okay, that's important one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Making sure I'm, you know.
Chakras aligned.
Chakras must be aligned, Kundalini for everybody. Kundalini would be amazing for everybody.
Ian, thank you so much for this.
And it's free.
And it's fucking free in this world.
It's free.
Name 5 things that are free in this world. Breathing.
Oxygen. Water is getting difficult.
Kinda.
You can eat grass. Sleeping.
Eat grass.
Making love.
Thank God.
Well, that's how we all get
That's
here.
an option, yeah.
Singing is free.
Let's do that.
You can sing.
You can sing.
Yeah.
Thank you for singing.
Thank you.
Señores, señores, a ver, ustedes 4, por favor. Ian Astbury, acá, con nosotros. Yes.